Here's what my journal looks like so far, my hiking journal. Every page has a ticket to where I went, the time, and what the moon was, and then a date stamp. And then there's whatever I found, and any extras go in a little envelope on each page. And also identifiers. In the beginning I was doing them like this, but after a while I started just handwriting them in, so some have both. And then some I painted the flowers on to an actual stem because the dried flowers didn't retain that much color. Oops, yes, I painted those on. But over here, here's the original flowers. And I'll get better at pressing the flowers to keep the color. And then there's one of these between every page to protect the flowers. And this one too is painted on the flowers in between. So you can see that they were once purple, and there's extra clover in that envelope. Oh my gosh, this is hard to do with one hand. This is the first hike that I did and put in here. I went through the wildflower meadow, which is why there's so many from that particular hike. Okay, so then we go to the next hike. And the date and the time and the moon. A waning crescent. There's the prison. This little fox in the grapes. Prisoner quote. Let's see. There's the next hike. And then there's the little blue jay. This one opens up. It just kind of keeps continuing that way. Hike to hike. Oh my goodness, this is really difficult to do with one hand. There's a feather. I actually gold painted the top because I couldn't quite bleach it white and I wanted it to look pretty. Since my hiking name is Moth Mom, I went with a kind of butterflies and moth overall theme throughout. There's my painted heron next to a blue jay feather. I know that is not a heron feather. Look at this. I found a paper wasp nest on the ground on one of my hikes. Cool. Right here. And then this is the ocean one. Those are periwinkle. I just there were so many, I rolled out the shells, kind of crushed them into place. And then there's seaweed, and then scallop shells. And this is actually a crab shell. And I just kind of crackled it into the glue and then clear coated it. Jingle shells, more seaweed. And then under here, there was a seagull feather that's way too long to fit, so I cut it into thirds. Sealed it in, because that was the only way to fit it. And then I painted a crab. And then more seaweed. And I've identified the seaweeds. There's a kelp and seaweed. This would be way easier if I had 3 hands. There's my cicada art. Beach pea. There's more seagull feathers. And then there were so many seagull feathers, I actually made a little flower design out of that one to fit it in. Yep. Because sometimes I like to do crafty things. And then goose feather. And seagull drawing that I did with the seagull feather and some pampas grass. And then I have a blue jay here. So this was actually... It had like 6 of these in it, but I pulled 3 out and rebound it because... And I know how to do this, so I'll just make another book cover and frame out the other packet. So I'll have 2.